Is going on, everybody? Welcome to Network King. I'm Derek, and today we'll be using the Windows Command Prompt to cover relative paths and absolute paths. So a relative path is, so if you look right here within the directory of Derek, you're going to see that there's a directory called desktop. Well, the path is through Derek, you can get to desktop. So we go to cd desktop. Boom. That's the relative path. It's relative to where you are. We were able to get to desktop through Derek because we were already in Derek. If I go back to Derek, I cannot go directly into Varula, which is within desktop, because we were within Derek, the relative path. Now an absolute path, let's just say you didn't feel like typing in c slash some long command to get to where you need to go. You could do is type in cd c backslash and say we want to go to program files. Enter, voila. If you notice that right here, we're no longer here. It took us directly to the program files. So users, Derek, desktop, that's old news. It took us an absolute path, a direct path to program files. I also want you to take note what the command prompt did. When we used the tab feature, it autofilled quotation marks around our text. The reason why is because there's a space in between program and files. And what it does is it tells it that program files is one name for the file, for the directory or path. Without those quotation marks, what Windows Command Prompt would think is that, okay, he doesn't want to go for program files. What he wants to do is, or he or she, look for program, and files is some weird option that he's going for. So if you remember correctly, how we showed you in the other video, directory /a, well, that space allows us to go for the options or the next directory. So let's look at the directory within program files. Let me show you hands-on something I showed you from another video. That does have Internet Explorer. Notice the double quotations again, as I use the tab feature when it's more than one word. This way it'll consider it all one. And we look within here, we can see the IE Explorer. And what I was saying in the other video is that if you just type in the plain text of a program, for instance, exe or .txt, whatever, a text file, executable file, it's going to run it in whatever its base program is. Well, this one's Internet Explorer, so run that, and you're going to see that it's running Internet Explorer, annoyingly, of course, but it is. And that's what it does. So if you had Photoshop document, it would run it through Photoshop if you had Photoshop. If you had a text file, it would open up a notepad. Now, if you're thinking, ooh, big whoopee, I can open up a file. How cool. Well, the neat thing is that you don't need to be within the relative directory to run a program from where you are. So let's say you created a program and you wanted to run it. If you type in path, it's going to show you where it's going to search when it can't find something. So for instance, right here, program files, Internet Explorer, it's not going to be able to find Derek. But if you look within path, this is where it's going to automatically check when it cannot find it within its own directory. So Internet Explorer is searched for Derek. It wasn't able to find it. Well, within the path, it's going to go, okay, now we're going to go back to our default to check all these paths first before we give up. So it's going to check the Windows System 32. It's going to go for another one. So each one of these is separated by a semicolon. So it's going to check this path, then this path, ending here, then this path, ending there. So System 32, blah, 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 ending V1, yada, yada, yada. This one may have Derek, but it's not ending. There's a Windows app. Now, the neat little thing is, if you want to add something to your path, you can. Just go to the control panel. And let's go to System Security. Let's go to System. Let's go to Advanced. Right here, and we're going to go to Environment Variables. You can notice right here, there's one called Path, edit, go to edit text, and right here, if you want to add a path, a default path for it to check, you can just add it right here. I'm not going to add anything at the moment, but that is how you can add it through the GUI. So just to recap, a relative path is determine where you are. So I can't go into Internet Explorer unless I'm within program files. Just how I can't run IE Explorer if I'm not in Internet Explorer. And for an absolute path, see backslash program files, and don't forget the quotation marks if your has more than one word within it with a space. And to add another path, you can see what paths you already have preset. And to add a path, you just go to Control Panel, System and Security, and that's why you would go to System, go to Advanced, and edit the path. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. If it was useful to you or helpful in any kind of way, please like, share, or comment down below. Remember that hands-on experience is key, so I recommend that you open up that Windows Command Prompt and follow along with me, step by step. If you'd like to learn more on how to use the Windows Command Prompt, go on to the next video in this tutorial. Until then, cheers.